A new poll out last week from the Associated Press shows that nearly two-thirds of Americans say they feel the federal government is not doing enough to fight climate change. Ms. Levitt, how will you take action to address Americans' concerns?
Well, we face climate challenges, we face environmental challenges, and as a born and raised Granite Stater, I want to protect our beautiful beaches and lakes and rivers and forests more than anyone else. But I don't believe it's the business of the federal government to spend billions and billions of tax dollars to force climate change incentives down the throats of the American people. That's what we've seen over the past 2 years. They've labeled it an infrastructure bill, they've called it the Inflation Reduction Act, and those bills have included billions of dollars of handouts for renewable and climate change incentives. I support our domestic energy production, and here in America, we produce oil cleaner than any other country in the world.
And Congressman, you voted for the Inflation Reduction Act, saying it will protect New Hampshire's environment for generations to come. But that same AP poll shows that a vast majority think this legislation will do nothing or the very opposite. What guarantee can you provide that this expenditure or taxpayer dollars will actually do anything?
Well, this is the most significant effort to address climate change in our nation's history, and it's about time because we can see the evidence all around us. It can impact our way of life, our economy here in New Hampshire. I hear from ski areas, including up at Cranmore recently, about how they had the shortest ski season on record. So we've got to do something about this. We're not powerless to address it. And the solutions that we've laid out will create good paying jobs here in New Hampshire. I was over at Revision Energy in Brentwood recently. Their phone has literally been ringing off the hook with folks calling in, looking at these tax incentives and rebates that are available to them to install solar, to install heat pumps, to lower their emissions and provide some more energy efficiency and help save on their bills. That's critically important. People here in New Hampshire are clamoring for solutions that can help them do the right thing in their own lives and in their own businesses. Now, Caroline Levitt believes that climate change is, she said, quote, BS. I trust the science on this. We can see the evidence that it is here. We are not powerless to address it, and we can do it in a way that has great economic benefits for New Hampshire and protects our way of life.
What I think is BS is that the Democrats use the climate to pass their billion-dollar pet projects in D.C. like the Inflation Reduction Act, which did include that hiring of 87,000 new IRS agents. And so I will support our domestic energy production, and I will not support policies like we see in California and New York coming to New Hampshire. If Congressman Pappas is elected, can you imagine 2 more years of this climate change energy agenda from the Democrat Party? We will not have the fuel supply that we need to heat our homes. We're already struggling this winter. We cannot afford 2 more years of it.
Well, the fact is we can't afford not to do something about climate change. And we can do it in a way that supports our economy and supports our way of life. And we can do it in a way that achieves true energy independence. We're not going to be energy independent as long as we're under the thumb of big oil and we're at the whims of the global energy market. So we should be developing homegrown sources like solar and offshore wind. This will, as I said, create about 30,000 estimated jobs in New Hampshire as a result of the legislation that we've passed, and it's the right thing to do.